guys, it is Aoife from Fred We See Died Laughing, and I'm here with a book review. So I recently read The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, and it was just absolutely beautiful, and I just had to do a video review for it. This is something that's had a lot of booktube hype. People have probably heard about it. It is a science fiction book based around this girl called Rosemary, and she joins a ship called the Wayfarer, and basically Rosemary has grown up on Mars. And she joins this ship, which is basically like, it's called a tunneling ship, and what it does is it kind of punches holes through space to create kind of, let's just call them like motorways, I guess, for kind of ways for other ships to travel long distances within a shorter distance, or within a shorter time frame, and just makes it easier for, you know, other ships. So that is what their job is. So she joins this crew basically, which has a few other humans on it, but also a couple of alien creatures, and she has her own little secret that she's not really sharing with the crew, and it's kind of just their relationships together and their life together on this ship. This isn't a book that has a whole lot of action. Like, it's not a book that has this really central plot where, you know, they're trying to overthrow something or they're in the middle of this battle or something like that. That's not what this book is. It's very, like, I would describe it as a quiet book. It's one of those books where it's more about the characters and just their life, and you get to know them and you get to know their personalities and their relationships with each other. And because you have all these kind of different species within this one ship, there's like almost like a clash of culture and traditions, where, you know, everyone has to respect each other and respect that everyone else is different and they have their different feelings and different traditions and different ways of doing things, but at the same time they can't encroach on someone else. So there's a character called Sissix she almost looks reptilian to look at, but she comes from a planet and from a species that are extremely touchy. So they always touch each other, they're always hugging each other, kissing each other, feeling each other, and it's just the way they show affection, and it's kind of something they always do. It's kind of how they kind of survive with each other. And she is she's a very touchy-feely person. So when she's touching the humans on the ship, she's always holding back, and she's always the person who will hug the person who's upset, or, you know, put the hand on the shoulder or the knee for someone who just needs that little bit of human contact. But she's always afraid of going too far and making someone feel uncomfortable, where, you know, something that she does could just be normal for someone in her species, where she could do it to a human, it could make them feel very uncomfortable with the way she's touching them. And I just felt that was really interesting. There is another character called Ohan, he has this kind of way where he's infected by this virus, but his species, they look on this virus as almost like a religion kind of thing. It's like a belief, and it's making him sick, but the others have to accept that he is sick and he is dying from this virus because, you know, it's just their religion, it's just their way of life, that's what happens to them. But I just really love this. I loved every single character. There were some characters who were a little bit more like grumpy and they weren't as like nice, but then you do get to know them a little bit more, and you see the way they end up reacting to other people and things they do for other people on the ship, where you wouldn't think they would do it at the start of the book. At the end of the book they start doing these not selfless things, but like they do things and they say things that you would never think they would ever say. And it was just great. I just really enjoyed it. The world building was fabulous. The different species, the way they were described were amazing. I was really able to kind of picture everyone. Though I did look up some fan art I should say, but I would love more fan art just to see what other people like who are actually good at drawing, which is not me, how they picture them. If Becky Chambers had someone draw something, you know, precisely the way she pictures them in her head, you know, I would love that, but I could definitely picture a lot of what was going on, though some of them are kind of hard to picture. But like, you know, for sometimes at Sissix I was always picturing kind of like a large crocodile, and like that's not right, or a large lizard / crocodile, but that's not right. She's just a little bit reptilian, but she's not like, you know, she's not like a crocodile. But, you know, sometimes in your head that's what you're seeing, or you're seeing something very close to that. But I would love to see more fan art. So if anyone knows really good fan art or good fan art around this series and the characters, please let me know. Please link me to them because I really want to see them. Yeah, I just loved every single character. I just fell in love with all their relationships, the relationship they had with each other, the way they all accepted each other was just so beautiful. There's just a really great feeling of acceptance throughout this whole book. Everyone accepts one another for who they are and for their traditions and cultures and the way they live and the way they feel. I just really loved that. yeah, this is just a really special book. It's one of those books that, you know, just when you read it at the right time, I think it's just really spectacular, and that's what happened for me. I just needed a book that I could sink into and kind of wrap around me like a blanket, and that was this book for me. I just loved it so much. I have the second book, which doesn't follow the same characters but is in the same universe, out from the library at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to reading it when I get the chance. So yes, so please let me know what you guys thought of this book. If you read it, please leave all your comments down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!